Hey guys, welcome to the episode. This is the ouroboros.mythopodcast. I'm Sun Woo-Kong.
I'm Ymir.
And I'm Hecate.
Just before we start, please do note that all tales have their variations and different forms depending on the culture, the location where you've heard it. Basically, tales are told differently, and the tale we're telling is just one version of it. Please don't hate on us for the fact that we aren't telling the version you know or you've grown up with. This is just one version we're telling for the sake of education.
And we'd love to hear your version of it, so you can email us.
Yes, just email us everything. So
cool. We hope you enjoy the episode. On to it.
Chinese creation myth, at least one variant of it. Now, in the beginning, there was nothing but chaos, an ocean of chaos, because there's always chaos, and in that chaos lay an egg. Now, depending on the version you hear, either that egg contained yin and yang, or yin and yang came later. For our purposes, we'll say that the egg contained yin and yang. Now, inside the egg was the heavens, the earth, and Pengu. Pengu was the first, a god giant, a mortal one. And every day, Pengu grew. He acted as a pillar between the heavens and the earth. Every day alongside Pengu, so did the heavens grow. They grew 10 feet higher. And so did the earth, 10 feet deeper. Now, this cycle continued for 18,000 years, until finally it was complete. The heavens were very high, the earth very deep. Eventually, as all mortal things must, Pengu too died. But from his body came the sparks of life. One eye becoming the sun, the other the moon. His skull becoming the sky dome. His flesh, the earth. His blood, the rivers. His voice, his deep, rolling voice, the thunder. His breath, the wind and the clouds. And his hair, his beard hair, the stars. Beyond that, his bodily fluids became the rain, and his bone marrow became jades, the jade and pearls. His teeth and bones became precious metals. And finally, the hair on his head grew into the plants and the vibrant flora around us. Now, depending on your version, humans can all have different origins. We should tell both versions that we're considering. The first one is that the bugs and mites and parasites in Pengu's body became the ancestors of humans, from which we evolved today. The second version is a bit more interesting. The second version states that after Pengu died, the earth and heavens were left alone for so long until the goddess Nua stumbled upon them. She saw this beautiful world Pengu had created, the deep earth, the high heavens, all the beauty Pengu had left behind, and decided she wished to live there. So she did. She lived there for God knows how long, until one day she felt alone. And she decided, why not create humans? So she did. She grabbed some of the yellow clay lying on the ground and started forming humans, one by one, individually sculpting them. But this exhausted her. Over time, she was tired. So she got a metal cord with a medallion strapped on the back of it and dragged it through the earth, shaking the earth off the medallion every so often to create more humans, because that's where they came from, the dirt on the medallion. Then, for a while, the humans lived. They prospered. But as humans must, as mortals must, they died. And the goddess had to recreate them. She did so, but she realized that she couldn't always recreate them. She couldn't spend a cycle every 100 years. So she gave them the ability to reproduce themselves. And then, satisfied with her work, she retreated to the heavens. So humans prospered for a while. They grew, they bred, they expanded, until one day, a great flood came. A great flood that rocked the world to its very core, wiping out everyone except two people. These two people were siblings, brother and sister, and they dearly, dearly wished to repopulate the earth. However, They thought that as they were siblings, it would be poor for them to intertwine. It would be a sin. So, they did 2 tests. First was a test to see if they should get married. Now, this test was them going to the top of a steep hill, grabbing 2 millstones, which are circular stones, spherical stones, we'll say, and rolling them down. They said that if the 2 stones land next to each other, the heavens smiled upon them. They could get married. So they did the test, and so the stones landed next to each other. They got married. Now, the second test was to see if they could have children, if the heavens smiled upon them. And this test was a bit different. They both went to their own separate mountain, and they lit a fire. They thought that if the smoke from the 2 fires intertwine, that means the heavens have given them their blessing for these 2 to have a child. So they did the test. They watched the smoke, fumes of the smoke, fly higher and higher. Eventually, the 2 stacks of smoke met each other, and they believed they were blessed. They believed they had earned heaven's permission to have children to repopulate. So, they tried. They had a child. But this child, let's just say, it was a bit unexpected. The day the sister gave birth, she didn't give birth to an ordinary human baby. Au contraire, she gave birth to a ball of flesh. Now, this disheartened the both of them. They thought they had heaven's blessing. They thought they'd asked the gods and been approved. Except, they didn't have a child. They had an abomination. They wept and cried to the heavens. Wept for what had happened. Wept for what was now their child. And then Nua came, once again. She took the ball of flesh from the sister's hands and grabbed a sharp stone. She started cleaving off individual pieces of flesh and molding them into humans. She looked back at the parents now and said, "You wished for one child, I have given you many," because before her stood many children shaved from that one ball of flesh. And now that's where humanity started, again. From there, humans, again, became strong. They bred and grew until what we know today. That was a creation myth in Chinese cosmology.
Okay, so Chinese mythology is just a glorified Hatchimals commercial.
What?
No.
What?
No. First off, no.
It
Second
is.
off, also, what's a
Yes.
hachimal?
You're
What
such
do
a
you mean,
grandma.
what's a
Okay,
hachimal?
Hachimal is like Hatchimals are like these like furry toys that have like these sparkly eyes, and then they come in these giant eggs that you have to like crack open, and then you like take out the toy from underneath,
Wait.
from inside
wait.
of it.
Yeah, you
Wait,
have to
hold up. So they're like Furbies that you give,
Yes.
that you just hatch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Furbies are already
Yes.
demons. What do you want from Hatchimals?
More demons.
You hide the demon in the egg and
Yes,
then
a
you like
de-
open it.
a demon you give birth to, like a duck. Yes, that's what we want.
No, see, it's to avoid
Yeah.
the legal troubles of like directly selling demons. So if you hide the demon in an egg, you can blame the kid for opening the egg.
Ah,
They probably
yes.
made a pact with Satan.
Ah, yes. It's not my fault I sold a cursed door. They opened it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
Alright.
yes. The semantics of demonology and demon law.
You'd know a
Law
lot
in
about it,
general.
won't you?
Of course I would.
Same though. Okay, thoughts, guys.
Editor's note. No thoughts, head empty.
I mean, I want to hear your guys' thoughts first because I kind of just told the myth.
Okay, fair. So the sun. Okay, the eye of the penguin became the sun. Yeah.
Not the penguin. Pengu.
Penguin.
No. I know there's
Isn't there an animal
There
called
is.
a pengu? It's a bird?
No.
Is there?
Yeah.
There's an animated show of Pengu the penguin.
No. There's a called a pengu?
I'm pretty
There might
sure
be.
Okay, listen. I'm pretty sure the penguins from Madagascar just made a guest appearance in Chinese mythology.
It's
Wow, that is the worst joke. That is the worst joke you've told as of yet.
Okay, fine. Jesus,
damn.
you don't have to
are you
call
really?
them out.
Are you really calling her out? Damn. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure there have been worse jokes. Like, do we not
Yes,
remember?
exactly.
You know, like
I
this
have
is an
so much.
improvement.
Yo, there's so many others coming that you'll probably not like. But going on. Okay, so the eye became the sun. Yi. Doesn't that like
Yeah.
ring a bell in terms of like Egyptian mythology? You know how Ra is the sun, and then it's the eye of the Ra, right?
Eye of Ra.
Yeah,
Eye
eyebrow.
of
There's also the whole thing of like Horus having a new eye woven out of the moonlight. Like, I feel like early humans, there's humans in general, just saw, oh look, a sphere in the sky. Oh look, a spherical thing on our face. Maybe, just maybe, they're interchangeable.
I mean, yeah, that it is like, you know, the first thing you would think to connect, I guess.
But beyond his eyes,
How many things are like naturally spherical in the world other than eyes and the moon? You know?
Eyes in the
I
moon.
mean, debatably quite a few. Have you seen armadillos when they like
Yeah, but
roll
where
up?
would you find an
yeah.
armadillo in China?
Wait,
Sir.
I will find.
Wait, also you just see the moon everywhere, and it's like, you know, like bright.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny, controls the tides. Wait, I was thinking of something. My brain.
Your brain where?
Yeah,
Not
beyond
here,
them.
clearly.
Okay, I just want to also point out that 18,000 years is an oddly specific number if you think about it. Like once 10 feet a day, 18,000. Could someone do the math for that? Actually, how big would
Yeah.
that make it?
Here,
Where's my
I'll-
calculator?
All
Hold
of us
up.
just go towards our calculators. What was
Yeah,
it?
yeah, so
18,000?
18,000 years, and it was 10 feet a day. So 10 times 365 times 18,000.
Yo, are we stupid? Yo, how much
So
is
that's 65,700,000 feet, which when you convert to miles, divided by 5280
Why are you
is
converting it to
12,000.
miles, you damn American?
Because it's feet, and then feet to miles, and then miles to kilometers is much easier.
Okay, fine.
So
Fine, do it
12,443,
your way.
right? And then it's 1.56 kilometers. Okay, into this, the Earth is 19,411.3636 kilometers deep.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait, is
no.
it like, is that the distance between the Earth and like the heavens? What was it?
That's the distance between the Earth and the heavens, and that's how deep Earth is as well. 10 feet higher for the heavens, 10 feet deeper for the Earth.
Okay, what's the Earth's like diameter or radius? Do we
Like
know?
actually.
I had this on a physics exam. I
Same,
purged it
same.
from my memory.
Yo, I kind of remember it, but I don't. And also, what's the distance of a like from the Earth? What's it like distance of like atmosphere?
It's not that. No, it's not that high. It's a couple of kilometers. A couple, maybe a couple of dozen. I don't know. What
Diameter
are
of the Earth
physicists?
is 12.7 kilometers.
No,
What was
I
our
mean,
thing?
The atmosphere is. How can it be that little?
No, isn't it like 10 kilometers? It's like the
It's not that
whatever
much.
sphere.
It's
No, it's like you
Stratosphere.
have
Yeah, it's
different
troposphere.
levels of the atmosphere.
Yeah. Okay, wait, what was our calculation? Because the diameter of the Earth is 12.7 kilometers.
I'm sorry. This is saying the Earth is 19,411 kilometers deep. I think it's a bit of a miscalculation.
Wait, what? Google, you lied to me.
Yes, trust Chinese cosmology over Google. Okay, wait, actually, no, that's actually, okay, basically, it says located about 710,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface is the highest layer of Earth's atmosphere, the exosphere. So, I mean, it's only 50% off. Yay.
Yeah, that's close enough. You know,
Yeah.
for
That's
like
close. Like,
beginning.
considering they didn't have calculus back then, it's fine.
Considering they didn't know
Wait,
anything,
did Chinese use feet as a measurement?
probably
What was
not.
like the original measurement? No way they used feet.
No, it wasn't feet, but like I'm converting it from what I heard and retold. They probably had their own measurement.
Fine,
Back
fine.
then it was weird. I could bet it was like something like dragons dragons per an imperial king's
That's
inch.
an American kind of measuring system. Chinese would have been
Inch.
smarter.
See, this dude, still inch.
Yeah, no, like
Okay.
because the Egyptians had like cubic. What was it? They used their elbows, like the forearm and to elbow thing. Is it cube?
What?
Yeah, sure.
Did you not know about that?
I don't know.
I had to literally use that in school
No.
to learn how they used to
Really?
like measure stuff.
When?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Wait, I'll
Hold
Google
up. What? Woo-Kong, did you find your Google search yet?
Yeah, okay, cool. So a cubit. It's the earliest attested standard measure. Okay, and it's cubit rods. It may have originated in Egypt about 3000 BC, and it thereafter became ubiquitous in the ancient world. So the cubit, generally taken as equal to 18 inches, okay, was based on the length of the arm from the elbow to the tip of the middle finger.
Yep.
It was considered the equivalent of 6 palms or 2 spans. I mean, that's kind of smart.
Yeah, see, it's like the longest lever they could use without using their legs, which would be very inconvenient as a measure.
Mm-hmm.
How
And
odd.
they made it in cubit
Okay.
rods, so it was like standard.
I knew it was like cube something.
Yeah, like cube.
Either way. Okay, wait, guys, back to the myth. I feel like Woo-Kong will have her share of comments on Pengu's death and everything his body became.
Yeah, a lot. But before that, his skull. Okay, yeah, here. His skull is the sky dome, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh god.
wait. So does that mean are we in the skull, or is our Earth's atmosphere shaped as a skull?
It says sky dome, so I would assume that's like the sky is made of the
So-
skull.
So we were all wrong. It's not okay. Flat earthers, everyone was wrong, guys. It's not
Oh,
dinosaur
God
shaped.
damn
It's
it.
skull shaped. Oh my god.
God damn it.
It's not
We're all
what?
emo. It's skull shaped.
Okay,
Wait.
no, we're not going
I have-
we're not going down this route. No. I can already see where this is going. Anything else?
Okay, wait.
I mean, the
wait.
dinosaur people
This
could
is- this
still
is-
be right. It could just be a dead dinosaur skull.
Okay, wait. Now I have a question. If his skull is the sky dome, how did the hair on his head become plants, and how did his like his
Why are you trying
beard-
to rationalize
how is-
mythology? They didn't
You-
know
you-
anything.
You're trying to they knew things, but you're trying to rationalize a creation myth of all things. I'm sorry. Last episode the guy popped his eye out and sent it flying through the universe.
That was
You
the
didn't-
He
second
dismembered
episode.
himself.
That was the last episode. Or wait. I have a terrible memory either way. Who knows?
Yes.
Yo,
Anyway.
it's fine. Also, his stinky breath is the wind. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I
What?
mean that's
What
why
if they
the
ate
wind
garlic?
sometimes smells weird. You know.
that's true.
Like,
Okay, and
maybe-
how?
I mean,
okay,
I'd
here,
assume
this
we-
is the actual question. Wait, how is his beard hair the stars? Like, all the other things like I can see a slight connection, but how is beard hair stars? Is it shiny and greasy?
Oh no, I had a very bad thought. It's the dandruff in his beard that became the stars.
Or it's all the food particles stuck in his beard.
Oh no! Oh god! What did he eat?
No,
Wait! What did he eat? He had nothing to eat. It was just kind of an egg.
Ate the egg as birds
He
do.
dismembered himself. I really doubt he cares about food, bro.
That's true.
I mean, he didn't dismember himself. He kind of just died.
He
Same
died.
difference. I'm
Also,
assuming
wait,
Okay,
he
why
ate
I
don't
the
we
forgot
egg
to say
look
with
at
a
this
regular
positively?
bird.
What if he just has wait?
Guys.
What if
wait,
he
I
just
forgot
has
to-
glitter in his beard?
No.
It's quite
I
possible.
forgot to say this in the myth. So for viewers, I missed one thing about what Pengu's body became. His 5 appendages became the 5 great mountains. I'm assuming it's the mountain range around China. So yes. Carry on.
Mountains. How did
Oh yeah, I had a
appendages
question
become
about
mountains?
is his nose a mountain?
A very
your nose
pointy
can be a
nose.
mountain.
A very pointy one, yes.
So are
Yeah,
you
and then
saying
his
like
like
his
nostrils
elbow?
are caves. And then
Probably, yeah.
His elbow became a mountain?
Probably.
It just says appendages. I make of that what you will.
See, but like, is the
Wait.
nose an appendage?
Wait. I have
No,
a
it's
very-
not.
I have a very
Arms,
important
legs.
question. I have an important question. Is he
Oh.
male? Is he male?
Or is it a they?
Is he male?
Yes. I don't want to know where this is going, Wukong.
Right.
Oh god,
so
no! Please, no.
5 appendages.
It took
Okay,
you.
2
It took you a
arms,
while.
2
Hecate.
legs.
No, Wukong.
Wukong, we're
No.
not. No.
Okay, sorry.
We're an educational podcast. Keep it PG-13, please. Or not PG-13, PG.
Okay, fine.
Okay. I mean,
Fine.
technically, there is a variation of the myth which involves something around those lines, which I don't think I can say because of reasons.
This is educational.
Fine. Okay, let's say it then. There's a myth where, if you remember right, I said in the myth that his bone marrow became jade and pearls, right? Well, there's another version of the myth where his bone marrow became the jade. Guess what became the pearls?
No. Please.
Yeah. I'll give you a hint. It's a thing you would call a guy who's on. It's a thing you could call a sailor.
I don't think they'll get it. But what's the educational term for it?
You just call it semen. Yes.
Yes.
God.
Right. Moving on from that.
Well, back to education. What else?
Wait, I always knew that rain was just God's peeing. Like in my childhood.
mom would say that.
It was bodily fluids, not pee.
What's bodily fluid?
But like, isn't
Is
that
pee
it's
in the
either
body?
blood or pee? Take your pick.
And blood were the rivers.
There are other bodily fluids.
Tears?
Is it fine? Is it lymph from his lymphocytes?
Sure,
And
let's say
his-
his lymph became the rain.
Oh my God, no, it's
Tears
pee,
would be
bro.
better.
Oh,
That would
I
explain
never
the
considered
saltiness.
that. I don't know. I always thought it was pee, not tears. Why would we be crying?
Why
I don't
not?
think
Like
rain's
looking at
yellow.
us? Hello?
Look at humanity. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
like-
That's fair.
Okay. I mean, he didn't live long enough to see it because now to
Pengu
humanity, Pengu didn't. Yeah, because his parasites and mites and all that became humans, right?
Yeah, there are ancestors. Have you ever considered that? Bugs are ancestors.
I mean,
What if that cockroach you killed is just your long lost grandfather coming to tell you that he left you like gold in the mountains and you just like killed him with your shoe?
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what kind of gold a cockroach would be interested in. So
Yeah, have you ever tried? Stop being prejudiced against cockroaches.
Wow.
okay, wait. Now beyond that,
There are too many things to
let's
be
go.
prejudiced against at this point.
Oh, that's a controversial take. Let's go beyond Pengu now. He's not a penguin, by the way, Wukong. I know you had it in you right now. Okay, so let's go to the other way humans were made. Nuwa. Okay, I'm sorry. Just
No, wait,
imagine.
let's discuss the
spent-
flood though.
The flood's later. The flood's coming.
Is it?
Patience, Wukong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, right, you're right.
Did you even listen at all, Wukong?
Sorry, your voice is so boring it made me sleep.
Sure. Not the crippling sleep debt. Yes. Okay. But yeah. Just imagine you're like a goddess walking around and you see a beautiful place and you're like, oh well, looky here. Are there any signs to say this belongs to someone? It's like when you have a little sibling, right? And they're like, oh wait, I don't see your name on it. It is mine now.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of how it works, though. You don't have
You're
your
the
name
little
on it. It's...
You're the little sibling. You have no
Yeah,
say
that's
in
true.
this. You have no
I
say in
have
this.
every say in this.
You have
Yo,
no
yo.
say in this.
You,
No,
but
if your
I,
name... No, see, I've had this turned against me as well, so I do have a say. If your name isn't on it, it's free for everyone.
yes.
No.
That's how
no.
it works. If you don't put your name on it and it goes into the fridge, then someone's gonna
Oh, yeah,
eat
that's
your
true.
food. Someone's gonna eat your food.
I used to write my name on a piece of paper and stick it on the bus seat.
Yeah.
Because there are so many like adult kids that'd be like, "Is your name written on it?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
God.
Wait,
Okay.
The pettiness.
wait, I was gonna say something.
Was it the fact that you're an artist, if anyone hasn't figured that out yet, that Nua, after spending about a couple for how long, just molding him into like, okay, I'm too tired for this, get a medal, just a medallion, drags into
Yes,
the earth.
okay. Before that, it's concerning how she just walked up to this like beautiful earth, you know, that must be so clean and green and pristine, and she's like, okay, this is missing some very annoying planet destroyers. Let me just sculpt some.
They were planet destroyers to begin with.
Technically, we became
We
planet destroyers. No. We became planet destroyers like relatively recently in both the timeline of.
No, we were always planet destroyers. We just destroyed it very slowly that we just noticed it right now.
No, I mean no. Okay,
I mean,
No.
we did like.
we
It was
did
slow
use it,
progression.
but here's the thing: we didn't destroy it on a scale where it mattered. It was like we destroyed it this much, and we just kind of let it grow back. It's like the rate of destruction, the rate of growth was still slightly faster until like the Industrial Revolution when it just went downhill.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, I always feel like humans are the only ones that don't fit into the system. Like, you know, like into the whole like ecosystem.
Yeah, I always felt that
chain.
way because like, you know, we're like kind of at the top of the chain, but like also we could get eaten by bears. So
No, but
I mean,
like,
you know-
everything has a balance, and I feel like we just ruined that balance.
yeah.
I feel like our balance. Okay, this is Okay, no, I'm not gonna say this. This is a bit insensitive considering
Here,
current events.
are you thinking about
Our
being
balance is-
controversial? How?
No, is
Yes.
it something about a virus killing off the people in
Yeah,
restoring
no,
balance?
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Our balance is disease.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry,
okay. I was
if there-
thinking that too.
If there aren't enough plague myths out there to prove it, it's
Yeah.
disease.
That is
Yeah,
true, but like
okay, we're just
also
too smart for this. Like we're too smart to have balance.
I wouldn't
because
say
we
we're
keep
too
coming
smart.
up with ways to like destroy the balance because the balance tries to kill us, but we're like no.
Okay, we try to tip the scales in our favor all the time. You cannot tell me
Exactly.
otherwise, right? That's what we do.
Yeah.
And we try to eliminate anything that's against us, and that's, you know.
Ah, yes,
It's
the
human
self-interest.
nature.
I wouldn't say it's human nature. It's a very common human practice. The egocentric self-interest of humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally
wait,
not
okay.
nature.
Wait, what? No. Where were we, by the way? We just discussed. Oh yeah, Nua
Oh yeah,
making
art.
art.
She sculpted.
Yeah.
Wait, did she sculpt each and every one of them? Like,
Yeah.
she sat.
No. She in the
sculpted.
beginning. She just like sculpted them individually, doing all the little fine details, making them pretty. And then she just realized, no, this is exhausting. How about I just drag a medallion?
That would explain the personalities of a lot of people I know.
Yeah.
No. Get off your holier than thou. Actually, that's very fitting for Woo-Kong. Just to say that. But okay. There's also
I didn't say I
the
wasn't sculpted from dirt. I'm just stating a fact.
under your feet kind of personality, huh? Okay. Basically, I think that the whole dirt thing might also be a thing for like, oh, why people look different because, okay, I doubt. I'm gonna just say this. If she's a lazy goddess, I doubt she would spend like a couple centuries thinking of each person's design. She used to make like identical dolls and just place them one at a time. And then the fact that she just dragged medallions through dirt is like a random process could lead to the random humanity thing.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
That's true.
Okay, now to the flood arc, because there's always a flood arc in the anime of mythology.
Okay, look.
The flood arc in mythology is the equivalent of a tournament arc in anime, because
Oh my
every mythology has one.
That is
Everywhere.
so
Like,
You're
look,
so right. You're
no
so
matter
right.
where you look, there's always a flood. And I'm just gonna say this: the whole flood ravaging the world, destroying everything and everyone, leaving but two individuals. Ring any bells? Christianity? Ireland? Anywhere?
Yeah, it kind of
Yo,
did
it's
remind
everywhere.
me of anime.
Actually, you know, I actually want to know, did we have like an actual great flood around those times?
I would bet we did, because if you think about it, what do you think happened when the ice age ended and everything started melting?
yeah.
I feel like a lot of land that was was surface level in the ice age probably sunk down below the water,
Yeah, be
Because,
like,
like-
land
land bridges.
connecting continents and that kind of thing. And those all sunk underneath. They're still
So, I mean, like,
technically there.
I mean, like, the catastrophic flood makes sense if you think about it, because, like, when all the ice melted, I don't doubt, like, cities were sunk,
Like,
po-
it's
like-
probably,
like, kingdoms were wiped out.
It's probably like, a tale that's been passed down through generations, and like in the passing of the tale, it's been morphed into
Oh no,
whatever we
oh
see.
no, I have a very bad pun. It's the first Chinese whisper.
That wasn't
No
even
one
good! That
I said it's a
even
terrible pun.
good!
I said it's a terrible pun. I warned you.
Sometimes the terrible puns are bad enough that you laugh at them. This one wasn't even
Okay,
bad
but to
enough
be
that I could
honest,
laugh.
I can't say anything about that because I have terrible puns too. So
Yeah, so do I.
All
but
of
I'm
us have
saying
terrible
it wasn't
puns.
bad enough to make me laugh.
It was just okay. It was mediocre.
Yeah, it wasn't even bad.
wait. Okay, so apparently there are two scientific theories in existence about the whole like flooding, right? And one suggests the flooding around the area that is now known as the Black Sea, and then the other attributes all these floods to a comet that struck the Earth. So
There are
about the
plenty
flooding-
of places where like comets have like struck
mean,
the Earth, and
yeah.
there's like holes, meteor holes. So
yeah, exactly.
You're right.
No, but these two hypotheses apparently they're like pretty scientifically supported, but again, like they're still theories. So apparently, in the late 1990s, Columbia University geologists William Ryan and Walter Pittman they proposed that a great flood in the Middle East resulted from rising water levels at the end of the last ice age. So, Ymir, you're kind of right. So the last ice age about 7,000 years ago, and at the time, the Black Sea was a freshwater lake, and the lands around it were farmlands. And so when the European glaciers melted, the Mediterranean Sea overflowed with a force of about 200 times greater than that of the Niagara Falls, and converted the Black Sea from fresh to salt water, and then flooded the entire area.
That's fun.
Mhm.
That's sort of
Exactly.
It reminds me kind of Atlantis because there's a whole thing where like okay, basically around the time of Atlantis, you know how Atlantis supposedly sunk with like a giant eruption and an explosion of sorts, right?
yeah.
Well, that did happen, right? And it sunk. My memory. It either sunk a stretch of land off the coast of modern-day Europe, or it sunk a little island in a little island near Crete. It's
So
one of the two.
let's go find Atlantis, guys. Oh, but wait,
Yes,
there's also
explore
evidence
our
for
oceans.
it. Like, there's also apparently they found evidence for it, like physical evidence. So
Fun.
they found an underwater river valley and an ancient shoreline, as well as Stone Age structures and tools beneath the Black Sea. Yo, that's so cool.
That's amazing.
I know. They also unearthed fossils of now extinct freshwater species dating back to some 7,400 to 15,000 years ago.
Wow.
Yo, that's so cool.
That's insane.
The amount of stuff that is just under the sea that nobody knows
Yo,
anything about
it
is
scares
insane.
Okay, but the oceans are terrifying. I'm
Yeah.
like, do you want to dive deep into like the Mariana Trench and just have pitch black, and then when you're exploring, you see this tiny glimmer of light, and then you just see a giant
Yeah.
shark right in front of you, about to eat
Are
you
you
alive.
recapping a moment from Nemo? But sure.
Yeah.
I am, yes, I am, yes.
Okay, but
Because
like,
finding
I
Nemo
would-
was educational.
even if we're like not looking at the coast of Europe and all, there were still those land bridges that went across continents, connected continents, right? We just talked about it. Even those went underneath, and it's possible that like pieces of land connected to those also sank, and those could have been populated, considering they're at the land bridges.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
probably.
fair.
So that
Yo,
that
I
also
would-
could be.
I feel like I told Ymir this, but I would sacrifice my life just to go like down to the ocean, like really, really deep, and then just like witness like these giant maws of some scary creature. Like I don't care if
It would
he
be
eats me. I
so
just want to
cool to
witness it.
see.
I would refuse that because I'd rather not die by the hands of a death shark or like a death fish or a death whatever lies down there.
Why
It could
does
be
it
like
have to
a
be
hydra.
death? Why are you trying to name the Death Star 2.0?
Because it's death.
Cause it kills you.
Okay, wait. There's another theory for the Great Flood, though. Bruce Mace, I think.
Wait, guys.
So he had what?
Sorry, I think we're going a bit off topic here because we will cover the Great Flood myth, but just go on.
That's fine. We'll make it a better episode then. Okay, so Bruce Mace, he hypothesized that the more comets and meteors that we know. So he hypothesized that the flood was caused by comets hitting the Earth, which is, I feel like, pretty likely because a lot of the elements, like natural elements on the Earth, have come from comets and meteors and stuff. So I feel like this is pretty likely. And
it could also
even the
be
dinosaurs
a
are extinct
combination
because of a meteor.
Yeah, it could also be a combination of the two. Because imagine if like sea levels are rising and a comet strikes the Earth at the same time. You know,
that's true,
that would be catastrophic because like.
Yes, displacing water.
Yeah.
That. We have our own theory now.
Fun.
Combination of the two.
We've developed a scientific theory. We did. Okay. Now beyond the floods. Okay. I just want to talk about the two tests that the siblings did. Like, I'm sorry.
My God.
Yes. So stupid.
Rolling stones down a hill, lighting two fires, and seeing. Oh, do the smoke columns? That's the word. Smoke columns intertwine.
They picked the most like inevitable tests. Like, what do you think?
No, they wanted to
when
succeed. They wanted these tests.
No,
they
we
rigged
don't.
The test.
We don't want.
They rigged the test.
We don't need those implications because there's one implication which is they wanted to bring back humanity, and there's another implication which is kind of worse.
Okay, Hecate. What? Maybe they were just horny. Okay, don't judge.
I didn't say anything. Ymir did.
Oh my God, Woo-Kong, and Hecate. We're not delving into that because implications exist.
Fine. But
Okay.
did they expect one of the stones to start flying?
I don't know what they expected. Genuinely don't know what they expected.
Maybe
Also,
they expected like one of the stones to like go down a different path. Like it hits another boulder on the way down the hill and goes like. Bee.
That's a distinct possibility. That's a distinct possibility. Whatever. What I'm most concerned about is the fact that giving birth to a blob of flesh. Like, okay, imagine Imagine you just went through like 24 hours of labor. You just went through a living hell, and you're like, "Where's my baby?" And your husband just hands you a ball of like just a flesh that's like a ball of flesh.
Okay, if we're
That's
going by like
material.
Okay. She went through 9 months of pregnancy and then
For a ball of flesh?
Yeah, I would be pissed.
Dude, you know
what if
like,
she didn't though?
I mean, yeah, that's true. It's like ancient stuff, so maybe she didn't go through all that to birth a ball of flesh.
Of course. No,
But
you know
also,
what?
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It's kind of like a weird image, but I'm just imagining the ball of flesh, right? It's like just like expanded, like it's not expanded and contracting to a heartbeat. It's like
it's like weirdly contracting.
That's so much worse. That's
I
so
imagined
much
it
worse.
more like it's
so
like
much worse.
shifting levels of flesh, sort of like, you know.
Dude, you know what makes it worse? I'm imagining it being like really veiny and like
bloody,
skin,
veiny,
bloody, veiny, thumping.
Really, for me, it was just like ground up Sphinx cat.
Of course, it's a Sphinx cat.
We're not going back to Sphinx cats, Woo-Kong. We had enough of that.
I will not mention Sphinx cats, but I will mention that these people, they're like the ancestors. I mean, not ancestors. They're like the idols of the Habsburgs.
Oh no, God, the
Habsburgs. And we
Habsburgs.
just looked at them and they're like, okay, they could repopulate our entire civilization. Why can't we do it?
Dude,
And then-
the Habsburgs were a special kind of like. If Darwin needed a case study, he should just look at the Habsburgs. Ah, yes, interbreeding causes them, and like if he needed
Were they
beyond
in the
his
same
own children.
time period?
I think he was after. But either
Were
way,
they? It was 18th century, and then Darwin was in the 19th century.
I mean, yeah, he could use them as historical evidence.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he used his own. Okay, he could use them as historical evidence. Like, look at this. I mean, he used his own kids, which is like fair enough. By the way, do you guys know how Darwin used his own kids? Like, do you actually know the story of it?
No.
Okay, basically,
No.
Darwin was growing pea plants, right? And like he saw that like interbred ones were typically weaker and like had less yield and all that. Except he also noticed this. He'd married his cousin, and he had kids with her.
Don't tell me he did
And
that
he
for
noticed that,
scientific
like, his kids were-
purposes.
No. He loved her, and it was all that.
fine.
And he noticed that his kids were kind of died very young. Like they
No. Why
they
is there
come
They
to the
kind
news.
of died. What do you mean by that?
Oh, yeah, of course, they were raised from the dead by Darwin the Necromancer. They died.
Yes.
So yeah, I think he put two and two together. He's like, wait, the pea plants, my children. Okay, something's wrong here.
No. At least they figured out that one.
Yeah, at least he made a groundbreaking discovery.
Yeah. Yes, don't interbreed.
Please.
Oh, wait.
Voila.
Wait, speaking of the blob of flesh,
Oh god.
did it have organs inside of it?
We don't know. It's just a blob of flesh.
Okay, if it had a brain inside of it, and then she made, let's say, 10 children out of that one blob of flesh, so that would mean that 1 out of 10 had a brain, and then the other 9 didn't.
Or she cut the brain up into tiny pieces and gave individual amounts to each one.
Either way, that would explain the mental capacity of our humanity.
Our human race, yes.
Yes.
Our humanity.
I realized the grammatical error as I was saying, so I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I just want to say that imagine you have just imagine the emotional roller coaster that is you give birth, you're happy, you find a blob of flesh, you're just frustrated, sad, and angry. You call to the heavens, a goddess just descends, glowing light, angelic chorus, and then she grabs your kid. She's like, "Oh, don't worry." She picks up a sharp and just starts cutting it.
Oh
And
my
like,
God.
How did you feel? You're like, "That's our kid," but like, what? And, like, just imagine like the emotional like conflict,
Roller
and then you
coaster?
see your 10 kids. You're like, yeah, roller coaster. Yeah, just like you just see the
Are they
like.
bleeding? Are they? What?
I don't want to think of the semantics of this because that is horrific. But I mean, at the end it was fine. It was like, yes, here are your cluster of kids. I'm returning to heaven to take another millennium of nap.
I want to do
That's such
that,
a
man.
mood, though. I really want to take a nap.
Oh, wait, I had another point. This is my final point, but I feel like we mentioned the whole Adam and Eve comparison in our second
Yeah.
episode, right? I mean,
Third, right?
We mentioned
I'm
it
not
in
sure,
an
but-
episode somewhere.
yeah. So even here, there's the whole two people, one man and woman, have to repopulate or populate the entire Earth, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a good comparison we can make. Any thoughts on Christianization that you had?
Syncretism. Yeah, that's a very interesting possibility. Like the Christians made it everywhere, which is both incredible if you think about the logistics of it, and horrible because all the syncretism that happened. And we discussed this
All the
already. It's
lost
fine.
mythologies.
We can mourn later, Hecate. We can mourn later.
Just all the
So,
lost,
and
not even mythology,
and-
just
Knowledge.
stories.
culture.
Any final
Not
points before
going back to
we
this
wrap up
story.
this episode? Do you guys have anything to say?
What was her name again? Nua?
Also
Nua.
Yeah. Nua is kind of very relatable. She's a tired
Relatable
artist who
hashtag.
just wants to take a nap.
Same.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Same. You get tired of doing something. You're just I can't do
Yeah,
this
it's
anymore.
you're
should
sitting and
take a nap.
writing some homework or something, and you just get tired of it. So you drag a medallion through the dirt. Amazing.
Imagine if you could do that with all
I feel
your.
like I've done
Oh
that.
my god, my I would have done that with my my essay, my research one. Because oh my god, I instead of writing 25 something pages, I just went down in the backyard, dragged a shovel through the dirt, and just hoped for yes, please hand me a physics research paper that I could use.
I should've
Just
done that for
words
art.
sprout from the dirt. Just here you go. Wow.
No, just a little plant sprouts, and all it just grows like a
Research
USB,
points
and you
on
just,
leaves.
just a USB, and it just has an entire paper on it, Hallelujah.
Wait,
That would be
why don't we do that for
Hallelujah.
our portfolio? We should have just done that for our portfolio, called it abstract art, and then named our portfolios like The Journey Through Life or Trudging Through Struggles.
Oh wow.
The journey
I know,
to the
right?
west.
Oh, we should definitely cover that. Wukong would be disappointed if we didn't.
I mean,
True,
she's
true.
named after Sun
Yes.
Woo-Kong, the god. Wukong's many things.
Once we cover all creationism myths, we should go to like our origin stories.
Oh yeah.
I mean, actually, here's a spoiler for the next episode. We might be covering my origin story.
Oh, you're right.
You grew from
Yep.
a celery stick. Wow, how exciting.
Not exactly, but yeah. Ymir. That next episode might cover Ymir, guys. Just a hint.
Ooh, speaking of next episode, why don't we wrap this one up?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is editing's gonna be hell on this one. You guys don't.
Yeah.
when you listen to this, you won't realize how much we had to cut out. We'll just say that.
Okay, guys, so if you like our episode, like it, promote it, tell your friends. We have an email, Ymir.
ouroboros.mythopodcast@gmail.com, if I'm not wrong.
And we
We
have
have-
Instagram, Hecate.
ouroboros_mythocast.
The
Yeah.
Mythocast. The Mythocast. I did this
Mythocast.
wrong.
We are also
Um,
available on Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
And we have a website, if you can find our
Oh,
Instagram.
yeah. Please check it out.
Beyond that, what we've learned today is that the world was created by a giant, beard hairs or
Hachimal.
stars. Yes, those things. Those
A
demons.
glorified chicken man.
Yes.
Oh god, that tired artists made humanity, and that just rolling stones down hills aren't the best way to make decisions.
Rolling Stones.
Okay.
Cue
Wait,
music.
Oh
No.
my god, I just thought of this. Why does this remind me of like how Rome was created? Did they do something on hills with like smoke?
No. We'll go
And
down to
birds?
that next.
Guys,
we'll
do
do
we
that
already
next time.
end the
We'll do that.
episode?
We're ending the
Sorry.
episode. We'll do it next time.
3, 2,
Okay.
1, cut.
See you guys. Yeah. Or I
Bye
think.
guys.
See you guys
Thanks for
next time.
listening.
Thanks for listening. This was Ouroboros the Mythopodcast. Until the next episode. Ciao.
Mhm.
Bye.
The first of each month.
Yes. Bye.
Yes, the plug-in. God damn, that's chaotic.